Today we are exploring how you can be offered more money through tackling this very awkward interview question. My name is Harvey, and in today's video we're going to be answering what are your salary expectations. Let's get straight into it. First of all, why is this question asked? The reason that interviewers are asking this question is because the organisation has a budget allocated to that role. You might see on the advertisement that there is a salary range advertised, and if you can actually see a number, that's a good thing, because a lot of the time it says competitive salary and that's very annoying. And the top figure on that salary range is typically the maximum budget that they can allocate to a member of staff in that role. They are essentially trying to understand where you sit on that scale, and they are wondering if you're going to be very expensive to hire. Here's what I would do first to ensure that you are negotiating the top of that advertising range. Please make sure you carry out your research first. This means utilizing tools such as Glassdoor or Indeed. These are both very helpful tools that will show you the average salary for that role within that sector. These tools are very useful because you want to go into that interview knowing what to expect in terms of what other people are being offered for the same role within the same industry. It'll help your negotiating, and it will also show that you've done your homework. I wanted to say that I do appreciate that this is probably going to be more likely to happen in a private sector interview, as I understand with public sector you are kind of restricted on the salary bandings that they can offer as it's government funded. So please do keep that in mind, that negotiation is typically going to be easier with a private organisation as opposed to a public sector organisation. A public sector organisation could absolutely love you and they may want to offer more, but their hands may be tied with the salary bandings. Okay, this is probably the most important bit, so let's get straight into an example answer. Here's what I'd say. I understand that this role is advertising the salary range as this amount to that amount, and after completing research and carefully assessing what I could add to the company and the role, I would be looking for this amount, please. I'm confident in my ability to add value by increasing sales revenue within the organisation, as I have done with my previous/current role by, and then explore an example here. I can assure you that given the chance, my contributions would even outweigh the salary offered to me, and you would see a significant return on investment within my time in the role. I say this all the time with these tricky interview question videos. There are more, so please do check them out if you are kind of binging some interview prep, but I always advise that you don't kind of copy word for word what I'm saying here. Just use it as a foundation and as a guide, because it can sound a little bit robotic if you're just memorizing this script. You will of course have your own accomplishments and your own experience to fill in those gaps, but please don't worry about this question. An interview is a two-way street, and I'd encourage you to remember your worth when you're in the interview. If you think you're worth this salary figure based on your current experience and the salary averages that we spoke about, then please stick to it and stay true to yourself. I always advise that you have the bottom line number in your head. This is the minimum salary that you'd expect, and if you're not offered this, you won't accept the role. I encourage you to stay true to this figure, because if you lowball yourself when asked, I understand it's easily done. You know, you have got quite a bit of pressure on you when they ask this, but if you do lowball yourself, you will come out of that interview kicking yourself that you've given that salary figure, because if they do offer you, it's much harder to negotiate a higher salary figure now you've already said that one. I also wanted to say as well that I appreciate everyone will have different circumstances. This is a very subjective and it's a very circumstantial question and answer that's going to be different for everyone. You may be in a situation where salary isn't your main motivator, and that's fantastic. So in this case, you're probably not too worried about the kind of pre-preparation and really giving it your all with this answer. I get that, and that's fantastic. But if you are very keen to get the highest salary possible in your negotiations, I do recommend that you use that wording we talked about, and please keep in mind how important it is to carry out your research beforehand so you go into the interview equipped with that prior knowledge. Okay, that's everything from me today. I do hope this has helped. If you are interviewing, as always, please leave a comment below so I know and can wish you luck. Or if you've had some success, please let me know as well so I can congratulate you. I highly recommend that you click on the next video. I would point to it, but I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put it on the screen. But this video will also help you with any tricky interview questions that you might face in your interview. Please do leave a like, subscribe for more careers related content and interview advice, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Goodbye.